Welcome to Sips and Spirits, a podcast for those who love both alcoholic and spectral spirits. My name is Chelsea.
And I'm Eric.
And this is a much better intro than last time.
You
started when I was middle of talking, and I was like, how am I going to edit this?
Nope, you're not going to edit it. It's going to be all on the fly. A little disclaimer before we get started. Facts and stories, are presented from various sources, and we make no claims these tales are true. We just found them to be spooky and interesting. Except all these tales today
are true. Cocktails and spirits are tasted for the first time during episode recording, unless noted otherwise. And it is noted now that the spirit we're drinking today, we have tried.
Many times. And one last thing, disclaimer, we want to remind you that it's fine to enjoy spirits, but don't let them possess you. We may be a drinking podcast, but we strongly encourage you to drink responsibly. As much as we love you enjoying our cocktails, there's never any pressure to consume them.
Yeah.
And now, time for party.
You guys will notice, as you recall from our last episode, or if you're joining us for the first time, we moved. So we're trying out a new layout. We might sound different. It definitely looks different if you're watching us on YouTube.
It's like we're going through puberty.
So we're going through changes all over again. More like midlife crisis, right? Because we're in episode 61. Or maybe it's 61.
The full moon, and then we're switching, into our beast mode.
But yeah, so today we're going to talk about our experience at Midsummer Scream. Yeah, but before we do that, we have to talk about our glasses and what's going into our glasses. How's that sound?
We need to ask Carrie, because I was filling these with ice, if they have the same volume.
You know what? That's a good question. We should ask her. What's the volume on each of these mics?
Because I was like pouring ice, and you was like, okay, I'm done. I'm pouring ice. I'm like, man, there's still a lot of room in here. So if I top this off, I'm going to have a lot more than you.
Right?
I feel like, anyway. What are we drinking today?
Oh, right. So today, I actually kind of need to see the bottle. We're drinking Witch's Brew. Is that what it's called? Witch's Potion. Sorry. I swear this isn't becoming a favorite and is going to be the only spirit we cover from now on, but it is another Biggie Ball.
Biggie Balls are fun. Very fun.
Because we, just like our experience at Midsummer Scream, we did not get to create a cocktail this year, and we put minimal effort when it came to prepping for stuff for the event and then for this episode too. So here we are enjoying a Witch's Potion from Biggie Balls. Buzz Balls. But yeah, we're...
Try to fill you up?
God. It just keeps going.
Just keep filling.
But yeah, so we figured at least this time it's a spooky drink, because last time we had, the limeade? Mm-hmm. Or something like that. Or was it the Rita? Yeah, that sounded like a lot.
Hey, Carrie, how many Biggie Balls do you think in your mugs?
What's the volume on these biggies? Okay. But yeah, so we are using Carrie Ann Hudson's lovely Hollow Tiki mugs.
I apologize for the pouring sounds.
I thought you were doing that on purpose.
I was not.
Little ambiance. Like you guys are sitting here drinking with us.
ASMR, guys.
Welcome back to the bar.
Mm-hmm. So we talked about it before. We discovered Buzz Balls because Costco had a sale on them. And we're like, hey, you know what? Let's give it a try.
Well, we've been seeing them, but we were like, for the price, we didn't really want to pay it. But then we saw it at Costco, and we are like, hey, we'll pay Costco prices for it to give it a try.
I think it was like a third left.
These are big glasses. Well, we won't have to worry about refilling, right? This is a one and done.
Maybe. We'll see. And so we went to Costco. They had two flavors. Yeah, two flavors.
Mm-hmm. The blue and the green one.
And so we got that, and we were like, you know what, this is really good. And then we went to Total Wine first because they had a sale. Mm-hmm. And then we saw them at Costco right afterwards. We kept trying different flavors, and I was like, these are actually pretty good. Yeah. Like some pre-mixed cocktails are like, they're not that great. These are definitely...
Well, these are strong for sure. I would say you need to add a little something extra to them, some sort of extra juice. Something is missing, and each one it's a little different. But even drinking straight up, they're okay.
If you're only going to drink this, only one of them, drink it straight up is fine. If you don't want to consume more than one, responsibly, then I would say yes. Do a little mixture in there kind of thing.
Yeah.
And what else? Anyway.
Anyways, cheers.
Cheers. It's the first time I'm using a cat mug.
So I was going to talk about that, and you cut me off.
You're welcome.
Like you do in Eric Sips in Spirit fashion. So we were bragging and gushing about Carrie's Ghost Tiki mug. And this year at Midsummer Scream, she premiered her little Halloween cat. And I am so in love with it, and I'm glad we got one. It was very fun. So that's what I'm drinking out of. What?
So, guys, our camera's views down here. So I keep looking down here because I'm looking at the cat looking at the camera. Looks so cool. Cat is like, oh man, that's perfect.
Oh, was it? I wasn't even looking.
I've been looking.
I angled it. Oh, we also got a new camera.
Yes,
So
we got a new camera.
Lots of new things.
New toys to play with.
So yeah.
So yes.
We gotta get through this in an hour and a half. That's what our space is. All right.
So the first question
is what is Midsummer Scream?
Midsummer Scream. Depends on who you ask. It could be the kickoff party to Halloween.
Halloween kickoff party.
Midsummer Scream. It's middle of summer, quote unquote, and you're screaming that it's almost over if you don't like summer.
What do you mean, quote unquote? It is middle of summer.
I don't know.
I think August is, because.
Yeah, I'm saying because it doesn't fall like in the middle of summer.
Close enough.
It
right?
falls around the middle of summer. But anyway, it's a convention that's been happening in Long Beach for 7 years. 7 years.
We've gone. This is our 6th year attending.
6 years. We only missed 1 year.
So 8 years.
8 years. We only missed 2 years.
Because we missed the very first year, and then last year we didn't go.
So it happens in Long Beach Convention Center. It's grown from being like a 1.5 days, like 2 days, and now like 2.5 days.
3 days, yeah.
Or
2.5.
2.5. 2 days kind of thing. Like I said, it happens in the Long Beach Convention Center, right across from the Queen Mary's. Like not across, but like you can see. It's
in Long Beach, California, and yeah, if you were ambitious. That's really impressive.
That is very impressive. That's our cat shaking our camera right now because he's scratching himself next to our little table. We're ambitious.
If you're ambitious, you could probably walk from the Queen Mary to the convention center. Yeah,
kind of thing, so.
I think it was 1.5 miles we measured, but it's like kind of hilly, so I wouldn't recommend it, but you could try it.
Yeah, you could try it. But yeah,
my mother-in-law would do it.
It's fun. It's a event we could.
It is the world's largest Halloween convention. Halloween and horror convention. And like Eric said, it runs for about 3 days, 2.5 to 3 days. And yeah, some call it the Halloween summer camp.
There's many names.
Yeah. So it all depends on your perspective. I like to call it the Halloween kickoff party because I never went to summer camp, so I don't get the whole appeal and fascination with that.
Did I go to summer camp?
I don't know.
I went to YMCA, like daily camp.
I don't know. People always have like stories about summer camp, and I just don't get it.
Oh wait,
and there's so many like horror films that are based off summer camps.
I was like, my closest summer camp was like science camp.
And I just don't have that connection. So I like to look at it as the Halloween kickoff because it's like once we come back from Midsummer Scream, I'm like, okay, I've been motivated. I've been reinvigorated. I'm ready to get back into the spooky stuff. Let's break out the Halloween things.
There we go.
As you guys can see.
It's a good time to, there's vendors that sell products, Halloween theme related. There is shows or like premieres or performances.
That's
Halloween. There we go. Things. There is a place called Hall of Shadows. It's a back at the Convention Center where local haunts to the LA Orange County area do like a mock-up of their haunt for that year.
Like a little preview of it.
Like a little preview. It's not as long as their haunt, but you can do it. It's Knott's Berry Farm has been there. Lionsgate has a booth there, kind of thing, and whatnot. A haunt there, so you see a lot of different things there. Whatnot. You have show performances. You have panels of like upcoming things of different spooky things. We'll talk about one of the panels that we went to this year. So there's a lot of things to look at. It's a convention. There's things to buy, things to look, costumes to wear, and just fun times to enjoy.
Yes.
So that's Midsummer Scream.
Yeah. So we decided, or we kind of did, we were going to talk about, well, this is how I categorized them. I categorized it as the mess, the meh is of Midsummer Scream. We're going to do those first, get those out of the way, because we don't want to talk about the negative the whole time, because this really is a genuinely enjoyable event for us and for many people, and I want to encourage people to attend. Yes. So we'll do the mess first, get those out of the way, and then talk about the yays.
So, before we get started, Midsummer Scream has not been the only convention we've gone to.
No, yes. Midsummer Scream is not our first convention experience. We have quite a few years under our belt. Cat, you're driving me crazy. Please do that somewhere else.
It's going to move, I'll be laughing. We've gone to a lot of anime conventions, around, our local areas, in Los Angeles, out of state kind of thing. So we've been in the convention circuit doing things, going to events, seeing vendors, standing in lines, going to see shows, performances, etc., etc. So when we came to Midsummer Scream, we had taken a break from going to conventions and we go like, you know what? There's something different, something new. So let's give it a try. And we keep coming back year after year as long as we can afford it.
Exactly. And that was the only reason we didn't go. Well, there were two reasons we didn't go last year, and it had nothing to do with Midsummer Scream.
No.
It was just money-wise was really tight. I had only just started working at the time. And because I had just started working, I was kind of obligated. I was contracted for the summer, that job at the time. So it wasn't like, oh, I can take, because we usually take like 5 days off. So we do like 2 days before and a day after the event to kind of give us time to settle back in and out of con mode. And that was kind of a hard thing to ask for a job that was only 8 weeks long.
Yeah. So, but outside that,
So that was the only reason I didn't do it last year.
And so our complaints aren't hi, Cat.
Black cat with the black cat.
He did move. Let's not go to the mic. Let's go this way. Let's go this way. Let's go this way.
You can go that way.
But yeah. So these are criticisms. They're not complaints. They're just things, like, hey.
And some of them weren't even because of Midsummer Scream.
No, exactly. It's not necessarily their fault. I think I want to. And like I said, not only have we been to cons, we've also helped worked at conventions. So we understand that there's a lot of limitations that people have, that events have, because of the convention.
The location itself, the guests that they invite,
etc., kind of thing. So
sometimes we can be a little critical when we're looking at a convention because we have the behind the scenes knowledge too. So
exactly, kind of thing. So,
but Midsummer Scream is always passed with flying colors.
Yeah, 100%. So one of the reasons we keep coming back is because we enjoy it.
It's a well-run con.
No event in your life is going to be perfect. There's always going to be things that could be better. Midsummer Scream is definitely A+ material most 99% of the time.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And why not?
The people who run it really work hard to make sure it's an enjoyable event.
Exactly.
And you can tell.
Yes. So we'll start with that. And I think this contributed to a lot of our feelings.
For sure.
Okay. Unfortunately, for Midsummer Scream, we use it as a rebound from life.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
Midsummer Scream was a rebound hookup, and we thought it was our escapism trip, but unfortunately, like mentally, some of our personal life stuff just kept hiding out in the background. Like I almost cried during a panel because of just life stuff happening, and that wasn't like anything to do with anyone. And it was just like there were moments or where we were like being social, and then I just got in this weird mental funk, and it was just everything going on with our outside lives. You guys want to know, watch or listen to the previous episode. It goes into all the details.
Yes.
All of that was just like would just randomly pop up just like mentally
and in our heads.
And man, it ruined some really awesome moments.
Yeah, for sure. And so we were hoping the Midsummer Scream was going to let us escape from that and be like,
just get off our minds,
clear our minds,
chuck our brain at the door kind of
but
situation.
Unfortunately, we were still in that mindset. We're still bringing up stuff. We're still stuck in that situation because when we were Midsummer Scream, we weren't done.
Literally that week up to
Mhm.
Midsummer Scream, we were still doing other
Yeah.
stuff. So as I mentioned earlier, like with the cocktails, we didn't get
Mm.
to make a cocktail for Midsummer Scream like we've done since we started Sips and Spirits, because we were literally packing Thursday night,
Mhm.
and normally we've got our suitcase packed like
Sunday before.
Sunday
like a week
before Midsummer, because I'm just like, I'm ready to go. I'm so excited,
Mhm.
and I don't want to forget anything. And this, it was like so haphazard. It was literally,
Mhm.
I hadn't done it in forever, like working on my son's costume, our son's costume, like in the hotel room. And that's been like a rule for me, like a breaking point rule of, it's not fun if you're still working on something
Yeah.
in the hotel room. But this was like a different situation, so I didn't apply it then.
Mhm.
And it was like fun actually kind of working on it, because it brought back old like anime convention memories.
And the costumes are well. Our son
Oh
loved
yeah,
it.
it looked great. Like,
You know.
there were people who recognized it
Yeah.
and were just very impressed.
Yeah. So why not?
So
Unfortunately, with that mindset, it did prevent us from enjoying a lot of the
to the
things.
fullest that we could have.
Yeah. Kind of
And
thing.
next year will be better.
Extremely better. And we followed that, and we mentioned our children, a little Boo and a little Monster,
Mm-hmm.
and they're older, and they
Oh yeah, they're definitely forming their own opinions and not being more willing to go along with what we want to do.
Yeah. So in previous years we've taken our children there, and it's been fantastic. All the scare actors are very respectful. They're very. Let me approach in a way that.
And they still were this
Yeah.
convention. Let me make that clear.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, in years past, but it wasn't this year.
No.
No, they still were this
Yeah,
year.
and they'll try to interact with them, but now our kids are a little more conscious of what things, so they seem a little more scared, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, they have their own likes, their own desires and stuff. So it made it a little hard for us to fully enjoy, because it's like, oh, I want to do this. Like, can we finish enjoying what this one thing that I wanted to do? And like, oh, I want to do this, and it's like, you have a child.
Well, I think the biggest challenge was in the vendor hall,
Yeah.
right? Because they just wanted to buy it now. And like, we have a habit every year of trying to just walk through it. And that's how we know we really want something, because we're willing to go back to it.
Yeah.
But I feel like we didn't even get the chance to go back to something, because we kept going back to the things our kids wanted halfway through. I can't tell you, there was one row, I think it was like row 500. I went through that row like 8 times, and I still don't know if I actually saw everything in it, because I kept going back and forth, and like in the halfway points it's like, I have to go to the bathroom, or I really, really want that thing. I really want that thing. And it's like, we gave them a pretty generous shopping budget this time around, and one of them really took advantage of it.
Yes.
And the other was so indecisive, just wanted to buy stuff.
Yeah. And we're not saying like our kids were causing a scene or whatever. It's like they were like.
But I feel like you were being hyper conscious about them causing a scene. And I think it just played into that whole, we were in this mindset. And so we ended up being unintentionally hypersensitive to things that normally we just would be like, you know what? We're still going to stand our ground as parents, but here's a compromise kind of thing. But we were just like, oh, we don't have the energy to deal with this. We're just going to do it.
One of our children has a very fantastic memory when they want to have it. So they will see something around the corner of their eye of something they knew they
he'll
had
just
a booth,
go.
and he'll just go. And so.
And he is so silent. Like, honestly, if you're not keeping an eye on him, you're not sure if he's still with you or not. He's the one where you're always concerned, because he's so quiet.
I can't tell the number of times that we're walking around stores, and I'm going to Chelsea. Where is he? Where is he? And he's like, he's right behind you. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
I gotta turn.
He does it to
more,
both of us. I've had that happen to me too.
But you know.
I mean, we lost him in a Dollar Tree once, guys, and that's not a big space.
No, it's not. And we don't want to say the fact that our kids ruined the experience for us. Not at all. We love bringing the kids there. They enjoy coming. They were also there to have a final escape kind of thing, because the last
it was
weeks,
not fun. This whole like rush moving, and like our daughter really kind of getting the hit of reality of the move, and like not gonna be going to school with her friends. She can't keep going to her old school. You know, she'd been going to it for 2 years.
Yeah.
Really gotten attached, and It was a roller coaster.
It was a roller coaster kind of thing. So, they were trying to also get to enjoy it as much as they can, and so it was both.
And I think they did.
I think for the most part they did kind of thing. And it was just kind of like getting pulled in two different directions.
Yeah.
3 different directions, 4 different directions. It's just one of those things. Again.
So can't say we actually saw all of the vendor floor.
Sky Cat, you're blocking the light.
He's fine.
Kind of thing. But yeah.
He's diffusing it.
So that was our personal, which I think was the biggest.
So that was the biggest meh
of the whole situation, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Outside of that, there's a few things that we would like.
If Midsummer Scream you're ever listening to this, hey, I would say take it into consideration.
Yeah. We saw it 2 years ago, and then we saw it again this year.
Yeah.
The placement of certain
vendors who are very popular, and you can't say you can't argue that you don't know they are, or that you don't think there's going to be a big crowd.
Yeah.
Right? I'll let you take over. Sorry, I feel like I'm interrupting.
And as well as just like, again, maybe it happens that everybody else picked their space already, and then this is the leftover space kind of thing. But also it's like, try to know your audience a little bit, kind of thing. Know how big your audience is. I don't remember if it was Midsummer Scream or if it was Kamikaze. One of the times they had a viral was in like a weird location.
Kamikaze.
Kind of thing.
She was like in the middle row, and that was like the year, right? We got the VIP badges or the passes, and you got a wristband that was like your cut-in front line pass. That was kind of like the equivalent of the gold bats, which they handle the gold bat situation much better at Midsummer. But yeah, it was at Kamikaze, and right, they had that line that wrapped around, and they were like, they didn't know where to put it. I remember us being very judgy at the time, because we were like fresh off of not being rovers anymore from Fanime. And because her line obviously was going to be so long, and her booth was like so tiny, or not tiny, it was like your standard booth size, that like what, 8 foot by 8 foot square, or 10 by 10 I guess is a standard.
So I know what you're talking about. I'm thinking of a different time where she was like in the corner of 2 lanes kind of thing, but anyway, neither here nor there.
Well, and I felt like the first year, that's why we went to Midsummer Scream the very first time, is she was there. She was on the outside. Yeah. And that, that space is just walkway stuff, and then you had her line going, right?
So yeah.
Which they improved on that this year. So, and we're going to compare her line to another line.
So, and again, I understand that sometimes you have no control because of the time vendors or guests sign up for your event. You go, okay, well, I already put these people here. Do I tell them to move, or tell them they're going to be somewhere else? Or do I go, hey, this is the only spot I have for you available? Right. Kind of thing. And whatnot. It happened 2 years ago. Do we say?
Backstage Brewha.
Yeah, the Backstage Brewha like booth was
3 years ago.
Okay, like the location they had.
2 years for us, so not this past year, but the last time we attended, which was it wasn't the last year, but the year before that. Yeah. They had her over by the bathrooms in like a small spot. It was horrible congestion, and she, even at that time, that would have been 4 years ago, she was becoming a really huge name. She was bringing lines, guys. And they had her in the weirdest spot. And so this year, we felt that way with the Deadly Sweets. Yeah. In a weird, like, V corner.
Yeah, it was a weird V corner. Like,
and
it had like
they
a
did have
funnel.
Like a taped cue, but because of the angle of how the other rows were, it was in one of those spots. And if you've been to Midsummer Scream, you know what we're talking about, where all of a sudden you're like, wait, it spikes in more than just one or two directions. Yeah. It makes this weird branch. And it for Deadly Sweets, and if you're not familiar, Deadly Sweets Company is a very popular booth. I'd say it's getting up there with Backstage Brewha. They were sold out like before Sunday.
Yeah, I think like Saturday afternoon.
They're very, very popular. we spent most of our Friday.
I spent a lot of my Friday in that line.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
And they're well worth it. They're delicious.
They are worth it.
They're fantastic, creators.
But they need to be in a different, and it was weird because in most years, they're actually in a great
in most years,
location
they're in the
where
middle, like in the long
even when
alleys.
they don't have a queue, it's still easy enough for the line to snake around and not cause traffic. And we were causing traffic. It was like we were chatting with people who were walking past the line.
Yeah, no.
It was so close and cozy.
Yeah, no, but it also it's like it's one of those things. Like again, it's not necessarily Midsummer Scream's fault, but also like.
Because I feel like with how they had the taped off line, they were anticipating it to be a big line.
Yeah.
But because of where exactly it was, and you never know exactly how popular or what the traffic's going to be like until you actually get all those people in there, right?
And I think that like it's not just the problem with the queue in the line, but also it's like you create this line in front of all these other booths, kind of thing, and like it feels like they're getting like shunned off or like they don't get the traffic that they should get because there's a big old line. People are like, oh, I don't want to cross this line or just get around it kind of thing.
Now, I don't know. I feel like pro and con. I'm gonna throw it the pro there is because usually people are more often than not they're not by themselves. They have a friend either that they traveled with or that they met up with at the convention, and so someone can hold their spot. I'm gonna use us as an example actually because there was a booth right across from them at the weird branch point, and our son wanted to go.
Our son from like 20 feet away
saw a Lego skeleton.
saw some kind of skeleton. It's like, I'm gonna go there, and like
he's like, I want to go there.
We are in line.
So while he waited in the hour and 15-minute line, I took our children to the Hall of Shadows.
Definitely worth it, Deli Sweets. If you're listening, definitely worth it every single time. But
we spent over $100.
Midsummer Scream. Think about that kind of thing.
Maybe put them in the Hall of Shadows.
I know, right?
While you're waiting for the hot, go get your sweets. You're already waiting in line. Go over there.
I know, right?
The scare of your taste buds. And that was not funny.
But for the most part, like most of the other booths, they like I've seen booths before have long lines, but it never felt like they're cute. Like even what's her name who does the
I need more than that.
The spooky like cakes and stuff that
Christine McConnell?
There. Even Christine McConnell's line wasn't like insanely like crazy when she was there. Kind of thing.
Well, and I feel like that was an early enough year. Let's focus on 2025. But that was an early enough year. Like the crowds we see in the Hall of Shadows isn't so big that these lines that build up feel like an impact. Because speaking of lines, like celebrity lines.
Yeah.
Because Christine McConnell's a great segue, right? We had previous years where it wasn't a big deal if a celebrity ended up getting a longer queue than people were expecting.
Now, in the last couple of years, they've had a section where most of the celebrities are on one side of the convention center.
And I think that's a great move.
That's a great move. Occasionally, they'll sprinkle people here. When Christine McConnell was here,
it all depends on like what vendor is sponsoring those.
So when Christine McConnell was here, they put her kind of like close to the Hall of Shadows.
That was when the celebrities were more scattered.
I feel like there was still like a section in the back.
Well, because I believe, I'm sure Andrew and Devin are going to correct me. I believe it was 2022 for Christine McConnell because it was their first year. And the year after that, she wasn't there in 2023. So I don't feel like the crowds were as big.
So see, I feel the crowds were as big. If they're not as big as they were this year, but they're still pretty big because the Hall of Shadow lines were still like long as sin.
Honestly, I didn't spend enough time in the Hall of Shadows.
No, I'm not saying the Hall. So I'm just saying the crowds were there.
No, I'm talking. I feel like there was a huge leap between 2022 and 2023 in crowd attendance. It felt really different.
I don't feel like it was. But anyway, neither here nor there.
Yeah, neither here nor there.
So, this year they had John Carpenter there, and
is a
I'm gonna
very big name.
very big name, as she says. I have.
he's he's just gonna say, I don't know who that
I
is.
don't know who that is, kind of thing. And boo-hoo
And if
me.
I throw out like names, he's like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
He's a director, and the theme for Midsummer Scream this year was comics. And wait, no, I'm gonna wait. I don't know. I'm gonna take it back because I was like, one of the things they kept featuring, they did keep pushing John Carpenter, um, because there's like a new comic, publishing company that I think he's affiliated with. Someone's gonna have to correct me on this because I actually don't know. I know of John Carpenter. I have enjoyed majority of his movies, his horror movies that I've seen. However, I don't know about the whole comic thing, but he was at the comic, the biggest comic booth there, and I think so. That's where they placed him. You know how we talked about where they sprinkled celebrities earlier? So they didn't place him with the other celebrities. They put him at the Storm King comics booth. And that was like, was it 1 or 2 rows over?
No.
It wasn't in the same one. No. Because the first one was all the celebrity. His was one over. It was one over because it was on the other side of the Lionsgate booth. Okay. Right. So Lionsgate, I could see you guys waiting in line while I was waiting for Elvira. And his was on the other side, or that's where the line queue is going.
So yes. So I feel if I remember correctly, Lionsgate was across from the celebrities. Okay. And John Carpenter was next.
So that was 100. They were in 200.
So if you're looking at Lionsgate facing forward.
Wait, facing forward from where?
So like if you have Lionsgate in front of you, the entrance to it, behind you have celebrities.
Okay, so if you're facing celebrities behind.
John Carpenter was right next to
it was right, yeah, but it was but it was the back side of the Lionsgate.
So they decided to make the queue because the
I actually don't know where it led, so I'm going to let you finish.
Thank you. John Carpenter's line had a swinging line inside the little booth, and then they had to come out and go behind Lionsgate. Kind of thing. My personal opinion, I would have had to go in front of Lionsgate because Lionsgate's line was going around into it.
Lionsgate also went behind his booth.
It went behind his booth, so you had 2 lines right next to each other on this hallway. So it was fine because the line for Lionsgate was wrapping around itself. Kind of thing. The booth behind Lionsgate, so now like the next row over, we're kind of getting crowded, people walking back and forth.
Oh yeah.
So personally, I would have gone snake into John Carpenter's booth and that whatever
and gone in front into the celebrity alley.
Into the celebrity aisle because that was the most empty. Because
that was the most empty row.
At that time, most celebrities were not there yet. So because that was more in the morning and they were doing more in the afternoon signings.
Yeah.
And also there wasn't a lot of booths for people to like line up for to go buy stuff. Personal opinion, like it didn't affect me because I wasn't in the Lionsgate line.
But we definitely heard some friends complain about how like it felt weird because and even when we tried to cross it a couple of times, because usually in our years of working convention experience, you're gonna break up your line, like kind of have a staff at the breaking point. So you don't block the walkways.
Yes.
And that was not happening with this John Carpenter line. And that's what I think was steaming up quite a few people.
Yeah.
Because even from not our Halloween friends, I heard some people complaining about it.
And again, it's
and you learn something new every year.
It depends on your team, depends on your experiences. You never know how big a crowd's going to be.
And as we mentioned, Midsummer Scream's not just a Halloween Halloween convention, but a Halloween and horror. And I would say it's an equal balance of both Halloween and horror lovers.
So, yeah, we're not experts at how to run this line situation.
No.
This is just things to consider, kind of thing.
Just things we observed.
And again,
and if you're familiar with, okay, sorry, I'll let you do it. I'm drinking this too fast.
And it could be your new team kind of thing. Decide to start doing line control kind of thing. Well, we've been in a situation where we picked up a team and we started all fresh, and then had to figure things out kind of thing. We've been to events where we're like, we didn't know this person was going to be this popular,
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
And it's happened, and we go, oh, this other person is going to be so much popular. I've said this story before, and I'll say it again. One year when we were working for Fanime, we saw forwards, and we were told by their team, hey, this guy that's coming with us, he's very popular. Last convention we went to, he got touched by people, and he was, mobbed by people, and we don't want that. So bring us your biggest, your baddest, your best guys to help us. And I said, okay. So my size and 6 other guys. Okay.
Eric was in the elite force.
So so you go, okay, guys, we want you guys to suit up. We put on suits, we put on ties, nice up, glasses. We all walk up. The guy comes out of his car. He jumps back into his car. He's like, I only want like 2 of them, kind of thing. Again, it's one of those things like they gave us criteria. You guys, that your team does what best you can, and then you do that. So again, it's not like, oh, boo-hoo, we're not experts.
Yeah. Well, and what I was going to say is, as an attendee, my advice to you is just when you start seeing that, certain spots have a queue, learn what the alternate routes are.
Yeah.
And then it's not a big deal. Like, I think we ran into it, twice?
Yeah.
And we were just like, okay, we'll just avoid that because clearly this guy's really popular.
And again, there's always going to be something that somebody's going to complain about. Maybe if they would have gone the other way, somebody's like, oh, when I left Lionsgate, I couldn't go out because there was this big old queue line there, kind of thing. There's always going to be somebody who's going to not be happy.
There's always going to be hiccups.
Kind of thing. So there you go. It's just something to consider. Kind of thing. Moving on.
Yeah, moving on.
So
we spent too much time talking about lines.
We spent too much time about John Carpenter. But anyway. This was not a. It was like a. This is weird. Kind of thing situation.
This is funny from a operations observation standpoint.
So we have shouted out Midsummer Scream. Hey, Midsummer Scream, if you're watching, listening, we would love to create a cocktail for you guys.
Specialty cocktails.
Specialty cocktails.
We specialize in creating simple
cocktails.
Specialty cocktails.
Yes.
Like things, if you can make it at home, you can definitely do it in a bar convention setting.
Midsummer Scream, if you want us to create a cocktail for you, we will.
We would be honored.
We'll be honored.
Please consider us.
We have gone there and we try them every year. This year, just because with different things, we weren't able to give it a try. But one of the things,
of our May.
but one of the things that we noticed is that when we first got there on Friday, we saw
every bar
had a sign, hey, this is our specialty cocktail.
These are the convention specialty cocktails. And there were 3 or 5. There were at least 3, maybe 4.
Yeah. So a lot of the bars in the convention hall
had that menu.
And we're like, okay, cool. And when we first got to, you know what, let's not drink yet. We'll get it sometime over the weekend.
We were also a little deterred by the price tag.
Yeah,
Personally. I was just like, I don't know if I want to pay that much.
They were the same price last time we were there, but personally, but
I don't feel like they were. I feel like they increased a lot. But
inflation. Anyway, so we saw them, and then as the weekend progressed, and I don't know if you did, I saw one of the bartenders remove the sign from their booth.
I didn't see that, but I heard one talking to another, who was getting ready to set up, because we actually did take advantage of our gold bat pass this time. Pretty good, actually. And we got in early. The only day we didn't take advantage was Friday. We just saw the line and we're like, we'll just wait for everyone to start moving and then go in. And I heard one talking about how people keep asking me for these cocktails, but I don't have this stuff. So I just removed the sign and was like, I'm
not sure what happened with that. I'm not sure what's just the ingredients or what's the situation with that, but it was kind of peculiar to
and I saw the one booth that did keep that sign out. They were like frozen margaritas, or they had the margarita daiquiri machines, and they had them going, and that's where they were. That's what they were, in the Hall of Shadows. And I was like, oh, interesting. You should make sure if you're going to have those kinds of cocktails, you have your bartenders equipped.
Yeah.
And
No.
I honestly, I don't think that was Midsummer Scream. I
Mm-hmm.
think that was Convention Center. Like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
not.
again, every convention has their own rules, especially when it comes to food and especially more with liquor.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm sure they have their own criteria and they couldn't do whatever it was gonna happen. But I just want like going like, oh, that was interesting.
Yeah, it was kind of funny seeing how we saw all these like specialty cocktails at the beginning of the weekend, and as it progressed, we saw fewer bars with that menu because it started off every bar had that menu.
And eventually it was like no bar side of the menu.
There was only two.
But yeah, so that was kind of like, huh, interesting.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. If anyone knows on the inside, but that we're curious.
Yeah. All right, and then this was my big meh. Was just, I mean, I feel like in years past, this one's directed at Midsummer Scream. I'm sorry. In years past, and I love you, Midsummer Scream, but you have themes.
You're getting banned now.
I'm getting banned now.
You're getting banned.
I'm getting banned. Oh no. They have themes, and they're actually really good. I remember it was our second year attending, and it was Frankenstein. It was the 100th year anniversary of the Frankenstein, the publishing of Frankenstein, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, and they did such a nice job, like working in that theme. The last year we went, 2023, with the Ghoulish games and stuff, they had like, I love how the haunt was very stylized to like D&D game theme, and they even like had a section to play like horror games in it. But like this year, I feel like their theme was horror comics. Like they were really upping the vibe of the vintage horror comics from like the 70s and 80s. And outside of their marketing, I don't feel like they delivered on that. This was like a missed opportunity of having like a horror comics museum, like when they did the vintage Halloween museum. Or even having like the board game set up. It would have been like kind of fun. I don't know how you would do it, but you could do like a section where you can check out the board game. You could check out the comic book, read it, and then return it. Just in a section. You can't leave the section with the comic. But, or even just having a display like the Vintage Halloween Museum, where you could have just a display of all the different kinds of horror comics. And I feel like they really missed out on that opportunity. The biggest highlight was highlighting that Storm King Comics booth, which was hosting John Carpenter.
Now, I know, back to what you're talking about, the teams, like, when the D&D team. So usually, the years before, when you first walk into Hall of Shadows, the main entrance, that's where you see a lot of the setup for it.
Apparently, I'm the only one who had a complaint about this. Keep going.
Anyway, this year, when you walk into Hall of Shadows, it was just another haunt kind of thing. It wasn't like, it wasn't the theme entrance kind of thing. And so I'm agreeing with you.
I hated it.
I'm agreeing with you.
I'm not saying you didn't agree with me. I'm saying when I talked to other people about it, they were all like, they loved it.
Love what? The theme?
How it was laid out.
Oh no, I'm not. So I'm going on our thing about the lack of
no,
theme
like
there.
Following. Yeah, and the theme this year was like a dragon invaded village with ogres. You didn't actually make it, huh? To the middle haunt, which Cal Haunts always does, which is the more like you can walk through.
No, so when Frankenstein was there, when they did the theme Frankenstein, you walk into the Hall of Shadows, you had Frankenstein's castle right there.
Right.
When they had the game theme,
you walk in, it's right there.
It's right there. And so when you walked in this year, I didn't feel like the theme was there. Now, I wasn't paying attention.
The theme was Carnival de Bali.
The theme was comic books.
Well, the convention theme was comic books, but apparently the Hall of Shadows had a different theme.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know that.
Carnival de Bali, which is like the Carnival of the Devil.
Just something, to keep in mind kind of thing. It's like, I'm not sure where, like you said, I didn't feel like the theme was there. I know
it didn't carry on. Yeah.
I didn't know John Carpenter was there at a comic book booth either, kind of thing. Because I know that was my interest. I know what's going on there. I just saw John online.
I was just keeping track of Midsummer Scream's marketing.
Yeah, but just something that was kind of like in the back of my mind, like, oh, what's going on here?
Yeah.
But anyway, besides
Moving on to the yays.
let's get some positives. A lot of time spent on negative stuff. Hopefully, we can talk just as much
50 minutes. Oh my god.
on good stuff. So, start off right off the bat. Batch pickup.
Awesome.
For us was fantastic. So the gold bats, the
everyone. I'm telling you, it was offered for everyone. The early badge pickup, it just had different locations.
Well, so
I'll let you finish. I'm sorry.
the line for gold bats or any influencers, media, fantastically straight up. Before we got there, we were looking at a hotel room window and we saw the line for regular batch pickup, and I think it was huge. I'm hoping it went well for everybody there, because she's saying it went well for everybody.
Who?
You did just now.
Oh. I thought we were talking about early badge pickup.
Yes, early batch pickup. Yes, the line was huge.
Well, no, that was for Friday opening.
Yes, this line was huge to get their badges too. Kind of thing.
Yeah, but it did move quickly.
No, it did move very quickly. Kind of thing. So for us this year, fantastically, we've been there previous years where it wasn't bad. So let's make that it wasn't bad. It was just like, okay, it seemed a little unorganized, kind of thing. But they quickly got their thing rolling and things happened, fantastically.
Even Midsummer Scream's like worst has not equated to like one of the baddest experiences. It Midsummer Scream's worst has still been up with like some of our best.
Yeah. No,
so when it comes to badge pickup, Midsummer Scream is really good at it, and even like Eric said, when there's the struggle, they crack
get on
into
it and they get to it as quickly as they can, kind of thing. Again, we've been to conventions. We know how things are when hiccups happen. What's done. I've been to, before she started working conventions with me, I was at a convention where out of 10 register lines or 10 register machines, only one was working. And so that was my job, to make sure, hey, I'm sorry, the things is taking long. We only have one machine working. We're trying to get you guys as quickly there as possible, kind of thing. Things happen. Machines break. People stop working.
And it seemed like they had it under control.
Yeah.
So all I ask is, when you interact with people working at conventions, just be nice to them. I mean, that's like when you go anywhere. Anyone you're interacting with who's working, just be kind.
Most of the problems that happen in conventions are not because of the staff running it. There are some cases where it happens.
It happens. We're not saying it doesn't.
But most of the problems don't happen because of their fault. I think the line problem was not their fault. Kind of thing. Any bad situation that happens to you, it's not their fault. You miss an event or the scheduling of events, it's not their fault. I think that's just how things happen.
Yep.
Kind of thing. And moving on with that.
Yeah.
We did complain about lines. However, we did find that there was, I think I'm wording this right.
List of a cluster.
What?
Less of a cluster?
Less of a cluster in...
When it came to attending panels.
Yeah. Kind of thing.
I felt like... I'm going to take the wheel on this one. Because I felt like... Because I think it was Saturday we did the most panels. We didn't attend that many this year. Mostly because I had to pick and choose. Like, I had like 8 panels on one day, and because of schedule conflicts, I had to kind of pick and choose.
She likes too many things.
But I also think that wasn't only the case for me. And I think that was intentional as crowd control. And I think when they had like really big panels, you'd see the ebb and flow in the vendor halls as well. It didn't feel as stagnant. It didn't feel as crowded because they got a good bulk of people into those big ballroom rooms. And I think it worked really well. The only thing is, if you're someone like me who has varied interests, you had to either pick and choose, or you were literally running from like one end of the convention center to the other.
and
that's gonna happen.
That's not a Midsummer Scream problem only. It happens to every convention. kind of thing.
But I didn't mind it. It didn't make me angry. It didn't make me frustrated. I didn't feel like I missed out on anything. I mean, the only thing I was a little bummed was just with the drag show and then Barry. But that was also my fault because on Friday with what was happening in the Deadly Sweets line, when we were done with it, I was like, I'm not going to make our kids who have been running our last nerve run upstairs to go catch Barry. So I had the opportunity to catch Barry's show on Friday night. And I was like, I'll just catch it after the drag show.
Barry under your bed.
Barry under your bed. He has a
Story
Truth or Scare.
Oh, Truth or Scare.
Truth or Scare show, which is very fun if you ever get the chance to do it. I highly recommend it. Or get to see it. But I was like, oh, it'll be fine. I'll go after the drag show. And I missed most of it because the drag show just ran over a little, and it wasn't its fault because the drag show started late because the other panel ran over. Yep. And that it just happens.
Trickles down.
And you can get upset about it, or you can just be like, hey, what I caught was fun, and I'm moving on.
Or you can be like me, and you go to this convention going, I just want to see one thing, and that was the drag show. And
Speaking of.
and then as I'm there, like, oh, wait, there's something, I'll put up something that I know what's happening here. I want to go see that too. And I got to see both of them. So, you know what? I got to enjoy everything I wanted to see.
Yeah. So, segueing into the great crowd control.
We got to see,
the drag
again,
show.
the
Return of the Living Drag.
I saw the first one.
Uh-huh.
I missed the second one.
I saw the second one.
Because my children I don't feel like watching this. So
nope.
I was like, let's take them out. Chelsea can go watch them. And then we got to see the third show.
We took one for the team.
I think.
Technically, it's fourth show.
Fourth show. But it says 3 here.
Yes. So, because the first show is Night of the Living Drag. And then the second show was Return of the Living Drag. And then in 2024, it was Return of the Living Drag 2. Because you had Night of the Living Drag, then Return 2.
So
and this year was...
So I missed 2 shows, I think.
And I missed one.
Yes. So, and I think because we were not there to attend.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so, okay.
Yes.
Okay. But anyway, so...
I just have to clarify that.
Chelsea told me, before we got there, and after the fact that she did it, that we were sponsors for the show. Which
Sips and Spirits sponsored the Return of the Living Drag,
which is fantastic. I'm glad to sponsor them, and I'm helping you queens.
We love our queens.
They did a fantastic show. It was fun times. But it was
and I'm glad he got to enjoy it. We were like, we begged the kids. We were like, please, it's okay if you don't like it, but please, can Poppy stay for the whole show?
You know what? I think they enjoyed it for the most part.
Yeah.
I think. But anyway. Being a sponsor was fantastic because we're able to give them. We're glad we're able to give. But I think it was really much cooler seeing their name up in the marquee, like Sips and Spirit sponsor. Like, oh, that was very cool.
Sips and Spirit sponsored this, and we're like, oh my god. We have quite a few photos and videos. Yeah, we got
like
6 seats. That were saved in our name, and we invited some friends along. Our lovely friends from Your Best Halloween Ever took us up on the offer.
Yes, why not? We were second row from the front, so it was fantastic to see that.
Awesome.
Kind of thing. Why not? So it was a fantastic, great show. Every time they go, we see it, we love it. Great time. Peaches Cries, great MC.
We love Peaches.
You know, one year we'll get to go to her horror vault.
Terror
Vault. You know, that'd be fun to go do. But no, everything about it was fantastic. All the performances were great, kind of thing, and whatnot. But yeah, you know, it was a good time all around. You know,
favorite performance.
I mean,
hands
down for us because me, Mr. He.
Mr.
He, you're watching this. We love you. We love your show.
Thank you for being a guest. Yeah. We never thought you would accept.
Yes.
And I feel like we've built such a relation. I'm gonna get emotional. But yeah, I mean, Mr. He always delivers on their performance. They are the energy bringer. Like from Halloween Crowd to whatever song they're putting on. Love it. I'm always like, once Mr. He's on the stage, I know I'm in for a good time.
Yes.
And they have not once failed us.
And that's just a bias on us. Because all the queens there did a fantastic job. They all had a great,
they all delivered.
great energy.
We could
and
say something great about each queen.
And each queen, and whatnot. So there was all great shows.
So because we're both in agreement, Mr. He was our favorite. If Mr. He wasn't there, what would be your next favorite performance?
The first one. Mostly because they did the...
Wait.
The Ooze song.
Oh, the Hexus
yes.
Pennywise?
Yes.
That was very clever. So, Cream was the drag queen, performed Tim Curry's Hexus song from Fern Gully as Pennywise. And when you think about it, it makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
That was very impressive. They had great backup dancers who made the spider legs. It was lovely.
It was fun times.
My follow-up favorite performance would be Lux, the drag queen. But I have loved Lux's performances too. That's one thanks to the Living Drag. I've gotten to discover Lux as a drag queen performer. Because the very first year I saw her, she did Sam from Trick or Treat to calling all the monsters and drop. The moves. Oh my god,
that drop she did.
She delivered. So this year, like she did. It was Lady Gaga's. Oh my god, Mars. Why? I'm blinking on the song, but it was Mars Attacks was the theme, and it was so fun. I enjoyed it a lot. But there were some other great performances. You really liked the Vaudeville, the zombie.
That was fun. That was a new performance.
I can't remember the performer, but apparently an SF drag queen local to here. She's one of Terror Vault's ladies. And I really liked, there was that witches one, Walking Through the Woods was fun. Yeah, so I mean, we could go on and on. There were so many great performances.
Something for everybody on that show. Now, with that being said, we did bring our kids there. Our kids are tiny.
They're under 10 years old. And in the Living Drag's defense, they did say this year, for sure, show is PG-13.
If not more.
So, use your own discretion with bringing your children. And we were like, you know what? We're prepared. We mentally need to be here. and we're prepared for whatever they're going to expose our children to have that discussion later.
And for the most part, if the kids are exposed to horror and, Halloween and like visually... It wasn't anything bad that they haven't been exposed to.
The only one performance I was like, oh, we're going to talk about this later, was the Frankenhooker bit. That was the only one.
I was going to say that the only thing, that if we needed to talk about it later was just, again, it's a drag show. It's just, it's they said it was a little PG-13. It's just, the language they use, the language of the songs, the language of talking.
I wasn't even worried about that.
And besides that, I didn't think it was anything bad to talk about.
We're bad parents, I guess. We let our children watch PG-13.
We take our children to drag shows. Oh, no.
Oh, my God. I think they're going to be fine.
But with that, if you guys see our lovely...
Oh, Mr. He was so sweet.
Mr. He is so sweet.
And this is why we're biased. I don't know how we made this connection, but the very first year they had the Living Drag. I started following Mr. He.
Yeah.
Came onto my radar, was like, oh, this looks fun. And not like this, like Mr. He's an object. That's not what I meant. The Living Drag looked fun, and I started following the queens. They were highlighting, and I was like, oh my gosh, Mr. He makes his own Halloween music. I was like, that's awesome. And then I was like, Halloween Crowd's gonna be my new Halloween anthem. I love it.
For a while, we used to always put it on our car every time.
And the kids were asking for it.
We're singing along to it. Fantastic song. Great song, Mr. He.
And that's what Mr. He performed the very first year. And if you haven't heard Halloween Crowd, you guys, Mr. He, Halloween Crowd, go listen now.
Yes.
Oh, so good. Um, but it was like, and so we went after the show, like chatted up Mr. He. We were like, oh my god, we were just like, we were so enamored, we were so
Yes.
in love.
It
So
was
like,
fantastic.
and then we kept talking. Mr. He started their calendar ghouls like podcast, and we reached out to them like, we'd love to have you on our podcast, and it went from there. And I don't know how, like, now we have this like awesome bond. I gotta take a breath.
Gotta take.
But so for all the queens, they made this lovely tip or treat bucket. So they walk down the aisles during one of the final numbers with them, and you drop your cash tips. It was really, really fun. I love it. So on the top it says tip or treat, and Mr. He was like, I have something for you guys on Sunday, like, please drop by, like, I had it for you. I was hoping to run into you because we didn't make it to Mr. He's booth on Friday, and then Saturday, like, we ran right over to the next panel. Like, Saturday was panel day. And so Sunday we were like, we waited till closing to connect with Mr. He, because Mr. He was like, you have to connect with me.
Yes.
And so Mr. He gave us this tip or treat bucket with the Sips and Spirits because they were like, you were one of our like biggest sponsors, and we were like, oh my god.
It was the little treat that we needed.
I'm never gonna get let go of this bucket.
At the end of the convention, they were like, oh man, I felt like this convention wasn't the best. It was
it made it the best.
And you just get in there, just like take that all away.
The best way to like close and wrap it up.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm getting super emotional. You guys can tell by the like hitch.
Yeah, but no, it just like waiting around for Mr. He to show up and whatnot and come back from whatever he was doing. Kind of thing. It was great and whatnot, and just getting there, it's like.
Also, one of the coolest interactive booths. You got to like climb into a blue coffin and take pictures. What did the quote say? I have the pictures and I can't remember. Like, when I die, make sure I'm something ready.
We'll post them here.
Yeah, I have the pictures.
But no. Thank you, Mr. He.
You completed our Midsummer Scream.
Yes.
You made it what we needed it to be.
Yes.
Like, I can't put it into words, but it was like the moment we were really needing at that time, and even imparted some very like special words for us. So
it was very nice, and thank you for that, and we will gladly continue supporting you and the rest of the queens.
Yes, however we can.
As much as we can, for as long as we can.
If you need another sponsor next year, please.
Let us know. Kind of thing. So, moving on to the next highlight of the weekend. This next group we're talking about have been there, I think, since we've been going there.
I want to say a majority of the years.
Years, okay.
If not all the years, I can't say for sure. I remember for sure when they started the trading card game.
Yeah. So we're talking about Force of Nature Productions. A small theater group located in the LA area. As we found out, family run.
North Hollywood, I believe.
Kind of thing. Yeah, family run. They a father, children, they're all part of things. Friends, they all come together to do this show.
So their show is called every year. It's Fallen Saints, and then they have a different theme. So this year's theme, which is happening this month in September. So go.
If you guys
go.
Hear it,
if
go
you're hearing this, you're gonna hear this on September 20th. You still got 20 days.
Yes.
Or 10 days.
10 days to go.
Sorry.
They do them on weekends, so Friday, Saturday, Sundays.
Right. So you can check it out. And if you miss it during haunting season, guess what? You can extend it into the true spooky season of winter, because they'll bring it back for November before Christmas time.
So, when we first, I don't remember them exactly before this, but like when she said about the trading cards, they started doing a trading card game where you go to the
was
characters.
That like 2023?
I think so.
But I feel like they did something the year before.
They did something the year before.
I feel like 2023 is when they really started to stand out to me. I was like, "Ooh, this sounds really fun! Like, collect the cards, interact with these characters." The
first year we saw them, like we saw them around around their kind of thing. It was like,
we did like what 2 or 3 interactions.
It was nothing too bad. But then the year they had the cards, we started interacting with like, oh, there's something to get from it, and this is when we were starting Sips and Spirits kind of thing and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So we are like, oh, should we finish her glass?
I
She
did.
needs more.
I need to top off.
Kind of thing. So Carrie, I think like 2 of these mugs can finish a biggie ball. But anyway,
Need more?
I can take more if you want to. So we started interacting. I was like, oh, this is really cool. Unfortunately, we didn't start interacting until later in the week in the Midsummer Scream.
Right. Well,
So we didn't get to do all the card things.
when they fell on my radar, unfortunately, I was like, oh, I gotta like do all the panels I really want to do. That's very important.
So this year, when Chelsea was off doing some panels, I was like, they happened to be next to the only like open spot, like the kids could like sit down and enjoy like a little treat, and whatnot. So I was like, hey, I seen you booth around, I seen you guys around, like what's going on, and so, I started to interact with them, and so what ended up happening is you get this little card, and then they start, you play a little game with them, some of them like, oh, I need a name, or can you tell me a little, like a little challenge kind of thing and whatnot, and they have so many different characters, you don't have to interact with all of them, kind of thing, but
you only had to get 7?
six or 7 kind of thing, and whatnot. All of the actors that I interacted with were fantastic, like over the top. Like Chelsea didn't get to see all of them.
I'm so jealous because I only got to see one, and then the finale, and I was like, dang, with just these 2,
no,
I missed out.
Their
I was so
performance
disappointed.
is over the top. Like,
so that's gonna be my priority next Midsummer Scream. Is I don't care. Like, it could be Elvira, like biggest thing ever. I'm still catching the Force of Nature productions.
So, if you get a chance to, definitely interact with Force of Nature productions.
Yeah,
they
such a cool experience.
They're like a theater script dream come true. And these people are together. They perform like 120%, 200%.
It's amazing, and they're like their costume work, the concept design. I'm just like, I'm blown away. Their scripting is really good, guys. Like, not enough people are talking about Force of Nature. No. Like, I see them all the time in the Midsummer Scream emails, like, especially when it's off season, it's not Midsummer Scream con season. They're always shouting them out, and honestly, they're not shouting them out enough, I'm realizing.
No.
Because this is a hidden gem. This is one of those hidden gems you didn't realize is at Midsummer Scream. Because they preview what that season's show is going to be at Midsummer Scream. Like, what an awesome, like, way to set that up. Oh, that's what it... Okay, so the first year in 2022, with the Tiki theme, they had the, like, get the trading cards. The second year, remember, it was, like, the containment, like, exposure people.
Okay.
And we did, like, 1 or 2 exchanges with that. So I was like trying to think of what was like the thing. So like you had to like, it was like I'm going to discredit them by saying this. And that's not what I'm trying to do. But it's like rip off Ghostbusters. They're like analyzing these ghosts.
Okay.
And they're like you have to like get their data and bring it back to the research center. The concepts are so cool and unique. You guys have to check them out. Yeah. Like, this is going to be my new highlight. Like akin to living drag. If drag isn't your thing, check out Force of Nature.
I was really hoping to go down to September to go see their show. There might be a chance I might go see it.
Possibly.
But we'll see what happens. I'll make any promises to myself. But yeah, no, their performance, their whole idea, everything was. Wow. I was blown away. Like, and I think and whatnot, and like I got to a point where like, kids, we're stopping what we're doing. I'm finding 6 different characters to make this happen, kind of thing, and we did, and it was overall top. Force Nature Production. If you're hearing this, I am working on giving you guys a sponsorship too, because you guys, it was one of my highlights of the event, kind of thing.
Yeah, you know what? I feel like you got to give a living drag sponsorship. Okay,
I probably do that, kind of thing.
But I'd say, if we can't make September, we should do the holidays.
We'll see what we can do. We'll see what happens because we have other plans for all this too.
Yes.
Kind of thing.
I think we can make it work.
We'll see. But But
I'm
no.
ambitious. I think we can do it.
But it was very fun. I'm hoping I can get to catch a show, or if not, there's always next year. I can always hopefully catch a show then, kind of thing. And I hope to see you guys again next year. For us next year, listen to this.
I'm jealous because that's what I've been wanting to do, and I need to stop. It's hard. I want to do everything at Midsummer Scream. Midsummer Scream. This is like a bonus.
She wants to go to benders. She wants to go to panels. She wants to hang out with friends. She wants to go drinking.
It's a complaint and a compliment.
She can't do everything.
I want to do it all because you guys do it all so well.
Yes.
Like, I go to the panels, and at least the panels I've gone to, awesome. I see the experiences. I want to do all those experiences. Like, the radio show from 2 years ago. I'm bummed I missed this year. I had to pick Living Drag or the radio show. And I was like, I'm a sponsor at the Living Drag. I need to show up. I don't need to show up, but I really wanted to. So I missed the radio show. But 2 years ago when I saw it, I have it on my YouTube, guys. Cheers with Chelsea. Check it out. It was so fun. Like, if you love Haunted Honeymoon, you'll love the radio show. And they had it again this year.
I know till I started dating.
Dom DeLuise, like, oh my God, what's his name?
Dom DeLuise?
Not him.
Okay.
The other one.
I don't know.
Young Frankenstein. Victor Frankenstein. Charlie. Willy Wonka.
I don't know. Not Johnny Depp. The other one.
A little too much drink. I can't recall actors, but you guys know who I'm talking about. Haunted Honeymoon is so fun. It's a radio show, you know. It was really fun, and I'm bummed I missed it. So these like unique performances that they have previewing at Midsummer Scream always tend to be like my favorites. Like watching Twirly, getting to see Psychic Buster. I'm like watching Barry Under Your Bed do his Truth or Scare. Like, these are really fun for me, and I think that's one of the things that makes Midsummer Scream so great is they have these experiences that are so unique and original. That you don't know what you're getting into when you decide to sign up for them.
There's a lot of things happening
that you didn't know that it was a thing.
And you know what? You're gonna run into things like, oh, you know what? I got time to kill. Let's go check it out, and you're gonna fall in love with it. Kind of thing. Speaking of panels, I'll tell you a panel that I didn't know was happening, and we started to go to the Puppet Playtime panel. Kind of thing. If you guys don't know, our children love Puppet Playtime.
Oh my God, that's an understatement.
They love Puppet Playtime so much. Kind of thing. So much. To the point where we have a conversation with our children going, hey, you like Puppet Playtime. It's not perfect for children.
Just so you know.
If you guys don't know Puppet Playtime.
Your parents are cool parents, but also probably not good parents.
It's a horror game, and horror in this concept, like the idea behind it. The game itself is not really like super scary hard kind of thing. Well, I don't know what you're doing.
Ignoring me.
Okay, cool. We just see giant butt. But overall, it was like it's a fun game. You know, if you take out the context of the actual story, the lore and whatnot, it's a fun game. It's just running around a maze kind of thing, and run away from toys kind of thing and whatnot. But the context itself, not for children, but it's not like they understand what's going on.
They don't. They see these characters.
They see the characters and they fall in love with them. But get to see that panel, I've never gone to like panels to like look at context and like be like, hey, let's see what they're coming up with next. So like it's never been my thing, but this was an enjoyable experience overall.
Oh, that was so fun, actually, and I wasn't sure because we told the kids there's going to be a puppy playtime panel.
I don't remember.
I talked to them about it.
Okay, cool.
And it was like, I know they're excited just because I said puppy playtime. However, I don't think they understand what a panel is. It's a lot of talking, a lot of gabbing. I was thinking they were going to be bored, but they were like, they love this series and this entity so much that they were actually really paying attention. And there was like a couple things that were said in it, and they were like, Ooh. I'm so excited. And I have I'm sure if you guys follow me on Instagram, you saw me sharing the reaction to some of the things that were said. So it was really cool kind of having this shared experience of oh, this is why we go to the conventions. And then when we bring them along, oh, see, we're passing on our passions to them.
Yeah. So that was a cool
But then they're adapting themselves. And just the moderator of the panel was really fun.
Well, it was very
biased. Not Barry, but Barry's handler.
his bodyguard. But
Barry under your bed is a puppet, in case you guys don't know. So those earlier clues should give you context to what we're referring to. And just the people that were being questioned and interviewed had such great responses to it. It was very entertaining. And because of our kids being so invested in this video game series, we've gotten invested in it too. So it was kind of fun delving a little bit deeper. And yeah, I thought it was entertaining.
So before we get to the next thing, talk about experiences. And we talked about this before. If you bring little ones to Midsummer Scream, they have a fun little area where little ones can go hang out and do some arts and crafts.
Paranormal Pixies Pumpkin Patch.
Paranormal Pixies Pumpkin Patch. They can do arts and crafts. They bring a lot of arts and crafts. This year they brought out. They were doing little.
Oh, they did the ceramics thing.
The ceramics, yeah. What was they? They were like ghosts. No.
Yeah, they had ghosts.
The little ceramic ghost things that they were doing, kind of thing. They bring a lot of stuff there. Kids arts and crafts, beading, coloring things. You want to take your little ones out, and it's also a great place where they do children theme performances, story times, song and dance, Lovecraft. Skeleton Sam comes out.
Skeleton Craft dance party.
They do a dance.
Skeleton Craft. Oh my God. Lovecraft Skeleton Sam dance parties.
You need to remind me. TMC.
Yes. Rex the Impossible.
Rex the Impossible.
We are hoping, Rex, we hope you win the face of Halloween. We have been voting every day. We've been trying our best.
Trying the best too. So hopefully you're doing very well on that.
But Paranormal Pixie, A+, always bringing it every year. Yeah. This year she upped it. I love the custom character. I don't know if you actually got to see. I saved.
Nope.
I took some blank ones. I'm sorry. I took coloring pages. She had coloring pages of different guests, like Skeleton Sam, Barry Under Your Bed. I took some.
Yeah, no, we go there, in case to get them away from the whole crowd situation, get to some arts and crafts. Our daughter loves the bracelets.
We thought we were going to spend more time there, actually.
Yeah, but
because in
before
2023, we spent a lot of time there.
I spent a lot of time there.
I felt like I spent a lot of time there too.
I don't know. I felt like
it was alternating because you spent some time going to the haunts with my sister.
Oh yeah. And whatnot. But yeah, no.
And there were things that I wanted to see actually in the pumpkin patch.
But it was always a fun thing,
Because I'm really a kid.
Barry under your bed read a storybook to us there.
His new book is out.
It was really funny because it felt like she was following Barry from event to event to event.
Who was this?
You.
Me? Oh, yes. Yeah. I know. I felt like quite the stalker. I'm sorry. It wasn't intentional. It was just ooh, Poppy Playtime panel. Oh, Barry's handler's doing it. Well, that's awesome. And I had so much fun in 2023 attending Barry's Truth or Scare. I was like, I have to attend it. And then it's I snuck into the panel at the end of it, the last 15 minutes. And I was like, I feel like a jerk. But I'm totally coming off as I'm a creepy fangirl. I love your stuff.
But it's definitely a fun place for you. If you have little ones, you want to go to this event. A great place for parents to chill out kind of thing and just get off your feet kind of thing and whatnot. So
you don't have to go there if you don't have. You can still go there if you don't have kids. That's what I was trying to say.
Yes. Overall.
Don't feel like you're not allowed. There were people there. It was actually I enjoyed it. Impossible. Rex the Impossible would call out people who were just sitting there reading a book.
While Barry's reading a book.
Well, what are you reading? It was very fun. And in previous years, Psychic Buster's been the MC. Rex the Impossible was a new MC this year, and I really enjoyed him. I'm impressed. He had so much energy the whole weekend, and it was funny because he kept saying, like, I don't know where these kids are getting all the energy. I was like, I don't know where you're getting all the energy, sir.
But yeah, no.
This is why we keep voting for him for the face of Halloween.
Definitely a fun time too for the kids and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Now this next thing experience,
You
Chelsea
have to
didn't
talk
get
about.
to
I didn't get to
experience
do
at all.
any of it.
We talked about Lionsgate earlier,
Mm-hmm.
and the issue we didn't have issues with it, kind of thing. But I know the Lionsgate was gonna do a Five Nights at Freddy, or for those people who are not FNAF, little booth thing on their thing. They were showcasing their Universal Studios things.
You gotta keep up with the Instagrams, baby.
You know what? Sorry, I'm working.
I knew.
God thing.
I was working too.
But their Lionsgate booth had what's that clown dude?
Terrifier.
Terrifier. Had FNAF and then something else.
Fallout.
Fallout. There you go. You're right. And kind of thing. We won't go there because my kids also love Five Nights at Freddy.
Yep.
You know, again, we're bad parents.
You can call it FNAF at this point.
Kind of thing, and whatnot. So they had a little pizza booth there, so we can go check it out. So that was cool. The line went actually pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm. It seemed like it.
God, you know, we got there. There was like easily like 15, 20 people in front of us, and it didn't take us more than like 10, 15 minutes.
Well, because correct me if I'm wrong. I didn't get to participate because we didn't get to actually talk about that in the mess. But I was in the Elvira line. Watching you guys progress a lot faster than I was.
Yes. You know,
and then I had to leave my line because you couldn't really interact with Elvira without buying a signature. That was a disappointment.
Understandable. They all had to make money.
I understand, but it was a little disappointing for me. But so I was seeing them. And so essentially it's set up as a photo op situation. That's how I saw it. There's like three different displays. So you could pick and choose which ones you wanted to take pictures with.
You can do all of them.
Like I said, you could pick and choose. You want to do them all, you can do them all. If you wanted to just do one, you could just do one.
Yeah. So we went there only for the FNAF one. Because I've never seen Terrifier. I've never seen Terrifier.
The kids should not see Terrifier.
Yes.
That's not just R. That's like above. It's like mature.
Anyway, and then so we went to the FNAF thing. It's just a pizza. You know, it's like an old school pizza booth.
It looked like it came out of the movie.
Kind of thing.
It was the booth.
So it was kind of cool and whatnot. And then they had the little like cupcake character there.
Cupcake.
Yeah. And then we saw it. We did that and we went out and it was fun.
Yeah,
Good times.
I saw someone who had a very impressive balloon boy cosplay.
Yes, and they went in there. They got like Pepsis.
And we were like confused because we were like, wait, is that like a character performer for the booth? Because they were that convincing.
It was very good cosplay.
It blended in very well.
And whatnot. And so that was really cool. And then our brave little daughter was like, I want to go to a hunt.
All weekend.
All weekend.
I want to do a hunt. Can we go into a hunt? She really wanted me to go into the hunt.
And they said, okay, cool. I'll go with you. I had to go past. I was like,
I told her, you have to go with your father.
Kind of thing. And every time I went to her, I was like, hey, I have a gold pad. She doesn't have a gold pad. Can I get in this line? They're like, yeah. I'm not going to let you like leave your daughter like in different lines. So like, okay, cool. Thank you. We got into one line.
You wouldn't go in different lines. You would have just gotten in the regular
I would have done that. But they didn't.
No, I know. They were very cool.
And so I went to one line that she was like, I want to go here. And then she's like, I don't want to do this one no more. I'm like, okay. So we got out of the line. She's like, I want to do a different one. And we ended up going to Lionsgate one. And I'm sorry, but I forgot the theme. I don't know if it's a drink or whatever is going on. But the line went fantastically quick. Kind of thing. There's a picture of us somewhere. Because they took a picture before you go in there.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, I'll see if I can find it sometime. But anyway, we went there, went through to the thing. It was actually very cool. Set up. It was like, it's like horror movies on like haunted houses. It's kind of felt like. I think like.
Oh, that's
like,
cool.
Like a lot of different rooms. Like there's a surgery room. There's like this room, kind of thing and whatnot. And the scare actors were actually very cool. They'll jump out and be like, oh, there's a child here. like they will make the experience like less, but also they were like, oh, there's
How do I morph the experience?
kind of thing and whatnot.
That's cool.
So it was kind of cool. They were very like on it, kind of thing, which was very like awesome. So she enjoyed it, and it's like really weird because it's like, do I go first and get the first scare, or do I let her go first and have them interact with her first? So it's like we keep switching spots back and forth, kind of thing. And well,
depending on how brave she felt.
Yeah, kind of thing. How
That's
brave she
good.
felt. And then at one point, like
I'm
the last,
jealous,
like the last thing was you have to like crawl through this car kind of thing, and I was like, she got there no problem. I'm like, I don't know if I can fit. how do I maneuver myself through this? But overall, it was a fun time kind of thing, to go through it. I enjoy haunts. Chelsea never goes to them.
No, well, so I'm gonna put someone on the spot. Spooky Little Halloween says one day we'll do a haunt together at Midsummer Scream, and I think I will only do a haunt once Spooky Little Halloween insists that I do the haunt. And we'll do it together, and she'll see why she'll never do a haunt with me ever again.
So next time we go there, Spooky Halloween or there, bring her a bottle of liquor and be like, hey, after drinking this, enjoy.
I can't. I'm so proud of my daughter for being so brave, and I'm just like, I don't think I would have been okay.
Our daughter has done more haunts than my wife at Midsummer Scream.
She's done 3, 4?
3 or 4, yeah.
She did 2 at Season Screamings.
And every time, scare actress, fantastic.
She nailed it. Yeah, and they nailed it. So I'm so proud of them. But they're not gonna look at me as like,
nope, you're not a child.
A little child. And I'm like, I can't remember what the booth was. Who's everyone who has the stilt walkers? They got me good this Midsummer Scream.
Did they?
On Sunday.
Oh, I missed that.
Well, I was using Araceli as you. And they were like, not like obviously, but I was like, I'm with my child. You're not going to scare my child, right?
I know what to scare you.
And they walked past, but just like right here with my peripheral, and then went with the axe stilt walker. Got me real good. And I was like, dang it. I jumped because that's the trick. So guys, if you're a scaredy cat like me, your trick for the haunt actors leaving you alone, because if they know they can scare you, they'll follow you like 2/3 away from their booth. If they can still see their booth, they'll still follow you.
If you guys ever see any ads from Midsummer Scream, there's this girl, zombie girl. Constance, okay, she knows who it is. The first year she saw her.
Of course
I do. She was like 2 or 3 lanes of booth up front of us. And she
I'm very uncomfortable.
She froze because this girl performance was fantastic. Just
and
like walking,
almost every year. She's
staring
so
blankly at you.
She doesn't do anything, but she just like stares like into your soul and follows you. So this year, I was like, oh look, there's they had like a movie theater set up. I can't remember what all these booths were. But there was one that had like creepy movie theater. And so they have, what do you call those? Like
marquees?
They're not bus boys. No.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. Like in Elvira. Not Elvira. Peaches Christ. Yeah. All About Evil, right? The people who take you to the ushers. So they had like a movie theater usher guy, and he was like so focused on something, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna take a video because he like looks so in character. As soon as I started filming, he like looked straight at me and followed me the whole time. I was like, oh my god. That's what Constance did. How do they just like know to hone in on the person who it's like really gonna get under their skin?
So yeah, guys, if you guys see her at the conventions anywhere, scare her. She loves it.
No.
Kind of thing. But anyway.
Oh my god.
Another great highlight that we've accidentally discovered.
Oh yeah, and I heard they introduced it the year we didn't attend.
Yeah. So.
But they built upon it.
Previous years, when you go to Midsummer Scream, outside the convention, they had a line of food trucks.
Where you're getting your tickets. Outside where you're lining up.
outside the main entrance.
Outside the main entrance. Thank you.
They did food
I
trucks
was
will
like,
line
you
up.
have to specify.
I think so. Like people will go out of convention center to get some food,
Mm-hmm.
come back in afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Work. I think it was fine. It was great. They had a wide variety of stuff. So
No complaints.
if you wanted to not be in line inside, you can go outside to go get food.
You don't want what they're offering at the convention center?
Yeah. And a wide variety of food. This year and apparently last year, and this year expanded on, they had it in the back.
Yeah, so you went through the Hall of Shadows,
Mm-hmm.
and then where there would normally be doors closed,
Mm-hmm.
like that's the end of the Hall of Shadows, they actually had doors open, and you could go out into there,
Mm-hmm.
and then there were like...
Was that what Elvira was? The photo signing?
No.
No, okay.
No.
I felt like it was.
Well, kind of, but not really. Like that, like backside, but further up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So anyway, they had a back area where they had like one of their like...
There's like a food court. It's like when I say food court, you guys know like when I say mall food court, it's like that. It's like a mall food court. And then just beyond that, if you go outside, literally outside, there's like a couple places you can pick from, and then there's doors that lead to outside.
Mm-hmm.
Think just like a mall, literally.
Yeah.
There's some food trucks. That's where they moved all the food trucks. And it's like, so you can be still technically in the convention, not have to leave, and have these other food options that aren't the convention food court options. Because let's be honest, like you guys know, when I say convention food, it's like hot dogs, pretzels, nachos.
Maybe a burger. Maybe a pizza.
Maybe a burger. It's probably a pizza, not a burger.
I seen. Did it have some kind of like burger burrito?
I didn't really look at the menu.
Like burger and fries, I think it was. But no,
you got a pretzel. It was pretty good. Not saying it's bad, but if you like want more variety than like your convention center food fare, they had like we ate at the Habit Burger because they had a really good deal.
So yeah, that was fantastic.
They had lots of great
Yeah.
Great options.
And then they also had a bar outside, so you can go get a drink and go enjoy it. They had a lot more table spaces. That's one thing about this year. I noticed a lot less table spaces to congregate around
within the convention center,
which I get it.
They wanted you to congregate like in the food court.
Yeah.
And I feel like I heard them announce it quite a few times, but I feel like what they needed was like not an MC necessarily, but they needed some white bats. So if you're not familiar with Midsummer Scream, white bats are their volunteers. They needed some of the volunteers to be like, hey, are you guys looking for food? Are you hungry? Directing them to that direction.
I would say what would make that...
But I don't know how that would work.
I think what would make that a little better is going to sound weird. Because, food's important.
It's very... Food, hydration, and
bathing.
Sanitation.
I think. But I was going to say a reason to go back there.
A reason?
Yes. Besides food and hydration. I think make it so something's back there for people to want to go.
Well, and that was the ironic part. I don't know if you noticed. There were a couple booths back there.
No, I didn't.
Did you see that?
Oh, I did see. Like, there was like the VR
they
one.
had a VR game.
Yeah. So maybe something more like bigger.
But they didn't advertise that.
Yeah.
And I feel like, man, I hope this booth wasn't like hoping to make like a big impression. And they got put out in the boonies because honestly, it was quite empty back there. There was a prime choice of seats. We managed to find a whole table to ourselves.
Yeah. With some
and
shoes.
We invited some friends over to hang out with us.
There's some shoes on the table. Hopefully you found shoes.
Yeah, I hope that person who left their shoes behind got him back.
But yeah. So.
But yeah, it was cool. It was definitely go beyond the Hall of Shadows. You think that's the end, but there's more. You didn't realize you needed a break.
There's more in the great beyond. Yeah. But yeah, no. Overall, Midsummer Scream was a great experience.
Fabulous.
It was fantastic, and why not? As
despite our mess that you guys heard us, it felt like they went on forever, and honestly, it is equal. But I would say the majority of the mess were just like because of personal things going on, not because of the convention center itself, not even because of things the convention was doing, but maybe that's how one booth wanted to display their celebrity or whatever. You don't know.
Yeah, no. Overall, fantastic. As we mentioned earlier, we have been going to cons quite a bit. Conventions. I call them cons.
At this point, Midsummer Scream's probably the most attended convention I've done. I think I've attended it more than Fanime at this point.
I've done Fanime more than that. I've done Fanime like 5, 6, 7 years.
I think you've got a couple years more on me with that.
And one other. So, here's a little tips and tricks on how to go to conventions.
Tip 1.
Chelsea.
Listen to the Buy Pumpkins Light podcast roundtable episode where they had lovely friends of mine as well as myself share lovely tips, and thank you for the people who shared that they loved my tip.
So I'm going to say it's a great episode to listen to because number one, you have...
I made him listen to it on our way to Midsummer Scream.
you have people who have gone to events like Chelsea and Ohalski who go to events constantly. And then you have Spooky
people
Halloween
who wear your best Halloween ever and
Halloween
that Halloween Bro, where this is literally their first Halloween first convention event.
First entertainment convention outside of work.
First non-professional entertainment convention.
Kind of thing. Well, so you get like an aspect of
it's a different perspective.
Veterans versus like people who like go just for fun, kind of thing. So it's a great listen to do that kind of thing. So I will say, it's a good way to listen to it. It's a good segue.
It's a great balance. We had a good group of people, and thank you so much, Buy Pumpkins Light, for thinking of inviting me. I really appreciate it. You have no idea.
So
it made my month.
That's a good start. As a faux pas non-Halloween person, non-Halloween person, I will say try to hydrate. It's important to drink your water.
We say that in the episode too. That is like rule number 1: hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. And Midsummer Scream, we located like as many of the hydration stations as we could. They have hydration stations. Bring your collapsible water bottles.
Yes.
Bring them.
And this year, and I believe last year, they stopped allowing people to bring liquor.
We used to be able to bring our hydro flasks.
Bring your water bottles in.
Any metal water bottles or glass water bottles were not allowed.
I don't know how the rules are because I feel like I saw some kind of thing.
Well, so that's how I feel. In 2023, they didn't bat an eye when we brought our Costco size hydro flasks.
I'm gonna say is find out what the rules are when
follow those, because you don't know who's gonna be enforcing them.
But also be prepared to accommodate the rules and be like, okay, so go bring like a plastic bottle or buy a bottle there.
So essentially, they said if you bring an empty bottle, you're golden.
Gonna be golden.
I couldn't resist.
So, but alongside with that, hydration is important because you gotta stay hydrated. You're gonna be walking around a lot. You're gonna be talking a lot. You're gonna get warm. It's the middle of summer. It is Midsummer Scream. It's hot in LA. Also eat. It's important to eat.
Don't forget your meals.
Have, and don't be like, oh, I'm gonna have a large meal dinner. Like at least
don't become hangry.
Yeah, at least have some snacks. Be able to do. They have food around the convention center. They have food behind the convention center.
There's food outside the convention center.
And there's booths that sell food.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So.
And you can eat it there. There's no restriction. You don't have to wait till your hotel room to eat it. And with that, side note, if you have a medical condition, they can't stop you from bringing food in. You just have to have proof of your medical condition.
Of your needs.
So don't let that stop you from going because you're worried about your health. They're not going to stop you. People with young children, people who have medical conditions, they're going to make exceptions. And
just be
for more often than not, they're pretty laid back. And just be respectful, and they're going to be respectful back to you.
Exactly.
And they're going to compromise.
It was I had a experience when she was in one of the panels where I was walking around with the kids. I was like, I'm tired. I want to take a break. I sat down somewhere, and somebody like it was like we both came to like sit down, say spot like, hey, we can share it. It's fine. And somebody was like, oh, can we like sit close by you? Like there was like a table. I was like, oh yeah, just sit down, it's fine, kind of thing and whatnot. And they were having their food, and then when we left, they took work on thing. Just like take your breaks, you know. Um, but also alongside that, Midsummer Scream app. She can tell you all about it. But also use it.
That'd be like, yeah.
Plan
Tip
your
number
weekend.
2.
Plan your weekend. You know.
Use the app. Plan your weekend. Don't feel like you missed out on something because you didn't know what's happening.
Make sure you have the right app.
Oh yeah.
They talk about this in by Pumpkin's Light.
Talked about that in by Pumpkin's Light. Just when Midsummer Scream is like, hey, download our app, just follow the link that they say to download their app.
The newest app kind of thing. So
it's
great to use because I didn't download it before until I got there, and I started using it when I got there. It's Chelsea's going to this. Oh, okay, this what time she's getting up. Okay, this is when I need to start packing up the kids and whatnot. Fantastic.
Yeah.
If you're gonna cosplay or wear costumes, by all means do it. It's enjoyable. People love it. Do it because you love it, not because you feel like you need to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But
I feel like you're jabbing at me.
I'm not jabbing at you. But if you're not, or if you are, make sure you have comfortable shoes.
Oh yeah.
Comfortable shoes. Chelsea, before children, could hike in heels.
I still could.
I don't know if she still can. Because
it depends on the heels.
But we haven't done it in a while.
You have to find. So yeah. I have found after 2 children, you have to find the right heels because apparently my pre-children heel years.
Before she could wear heels all the time, and people were like, oh, I can't wear heels. She's like,
it wouldn't bother me at all.
But find comfortable shoes, kind of thing. This is not a sponsorship, but I love my Vessies.
Yeah.
Hey, Vessie.
I feel like this episode is sponsored by Vessies because Miss Chelsea spent her whole weekend in Vessies.
I love my Vessies. Wear them all the time. I recently bought me like 2 more pairs, so now I have 4 pairs of Vessies.
I have 4 pairs of the same kind in different colors.
They're great waterproof shoes. This is not a sponsorship. Vessie, if you want to sponsor us, we can talk.
Let us know. Because
but yeah, no, wear comfortable shoes because you're gonna be standing and walking a lot. Got to, whatnot.
Or La Roma, because that's what I spent day Friday in.
Okay.
My heels. That everyone was like, Chelsea, we said comfortable shoes in the episode. And I was like, yeah, no. You don't understand. These are comfortable shoes.
Yeah, exactly. She wears heels and it's comfortable.
Yeah. As you, like, I guess, I don't know. Maybe I'm getting older. But you find, like, I still want to keep wearing the heels. You'll find the shoes that provide the comfort fit in the heels. La Roma.
But yeah, anything else you want to add to tips
for
and tricks?
Midsummer Scream? I guess any tips we forgot. Check out the Buy Pumpkins Light roundtable episode. My hot tip, which you have. I feel bad because I realized as I was playing the episode for Eric, I was like, dang, girl, you gotta shut up. You keep interrupting everybody. Like, oh, I have another point.
Like right here.
Hey, I have another point. And I was like, oh, no. The true Chelsea came through. And they're like, why did we invite this girl?
She's been drinking a lot. We're like almost done with that bus ball.
It's almost empty.
So, Carrie.
We need a capacity number on this.
Or
our number of skulls. That is actually Tiki standard. Rating by skulls.
Anyway, hot tip.
My hot tip, which, as I mentioned earlier, something I was like, that was so helpful for me. What I do, I have adapted through all my conventioning years, is instead of just like getting the business card or taking a picture of the business card, what you do is you take a picture of the business card with the item that you like, because sometimes the shop doesn't have that item on their website, or they're not selling it, or they only sell it at fairs. And when whatever the fair or convention is, fair is still correct.
Yes, no, I agree.
You can criticize me for interrupting you, but you interrupt me just as much.
I do. Hi guys. Sister Spirits.
Welcome to listening to our marriage bicker. So what I do is I take a picture with the card or something that shows the business name and the item that why I want to remember this business. And it helps a lot because either I'll sign up for their newsletter or I'll follow them on Instagram. It's very informative for me, and it's a good memory jogger because I can't tell you the amount of times I've like pulled out a business card and be like, why do I have this? I look up their thing or I look up their stuff and I was like, this doesn't make any sense why I wanted this. Or I take a picture with my kid and the card because the card was grabbed because of my kid.
I can't tell you exactly what it was, but a good tip of that is that if you find out what it is that you wanted, some vendors, not all vendors, some vendors will be like, hey, I went to this event, I saw you there, I saw you were selling this, but you don't have your website. Could I still get one of these items? And some of them will say, yes, you can. I'll invoice you. I'll say, sorry, I'll only sell those in the events, kind of thing.
Oh, and I'll be honest, guys. With our whole situation with the kids, there were so many vendors I did not get to go back to.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm usually really good about it, and I felt horrible I couldn't. But I reached out to every single one I couldn't, and they were so willing to work with me.
Yeah. So
this is their business. They want to get the sale. So I don't know where I'm going with this, but I'm like, have the intention. If you like genuinely want to appreciate and support this person, genuinely take the effort to like figure out, okay, what was it? Why did I grab their card? Why did I want to purchase from them? But why couldn't I? And then make it happen. And it makes you feel so good because you get to support that
sometimes you're traveling and you can't carry that item with you.
You can't carry all those big things.
But yeah, no, that's definitely like a good idea to like go to booth because
that spider lamp that we bought. I know Midge Munster mentioned how that was one of the things she liked, and they ended up on her like vendor list. But she had to like reach out to them because she was like, I couldn't take a fully assembled spider.
And so we mentioned earlier we've gone to a lot of conventions, and when it comes to Halloween conventions,
a lot of experience.
You get very unique vendors versus like anime conventions. You get a lot of like industry selling like just like figurines,
resellers,
kind of thing and whatnot. So it's a good idea to be like, okay, I like this booth. I like what they do. What is it about that attracted me? So taking that picture is a really great way to go.
So, as we segue into what we loved, we did reach out to our audience, and thank you so much to the people who reached back to us and be like, I do want to know about this. So, the question from Penny Snark was, what was your favorite surprise fave?
My favorite surprise thing was... Fave.
Your favorite surprise favorite thing.
Yeah, my favorite surprise favorite thing was definitely Force of Nature.
Say Force of Nature Productions. That's
like,
awesome.
Figuring, like, getting to experience that thing, go back like 20 minutes. You guys can keep my whole run.
Disappointed. I only got to experience one. But, like, it was 3 actors.
Was it with the kids?
With the kids. Like,
man, they were amazing.
Yeah. And
Force of Nature, all your actors
we were so lucky we got to, like, talk a bit afterwards with pretty much the mastermind behind it all. I don't know what you would call him. I don't have a name. It escapes me. I guess producer, production manager, whatever. So he was like delving all into it. Like, it was such a great conversation. I would love to invite him on for a Sips and Spirits episode because his passion like oozed, guys. It was so cool.
So Force of Nature, we're gonna reach out to you and be like, hey, what's up?
But so, like, he asked, like, oh, what was, like, your favorite of the interactions? And Eric mentioned 2 of them. One was with one I didn't get to see. Lucky him. And then the kids, which I actually did get on video. I don't know if we're going to drop it in here or not. But
Sketch was also, I
mentioned and then the finale, like, I was so enamored. You have no idea. Like, this whole concept, they brought the comic theme. Like, if Midsummer Scream wants an idea of how to incorporate their theme, They need to talk just with Fallen Saints,
Yes.
Force of Nature Productions,
You guys
because
did fantastic. That was like
that was beautiful. And like, as a big Disney fan, like it gave that like whole vibe of Disney, like the Man in the Mouse kind of situation. I can't explain it if you're not a big Disney person. It was very emotional, and I loved it. How beautiful it was. And that's weird to say, but it was like you had that horror element, and there were all these layers. But I think, you know, I how do I
that was my favorite, by the way. As she keeps talking.
As a Disney fan, Disney remains in our books because of something extra they put into it that we can't quite put our finger on. And I feel like Force of Nature Productions, if they had been around at the same time as Walt Disney, he would have like on the bat, like been like, those people need to be on our team.
They are very impressive. They are fantastic. Like I said earlier, all their actors were great.
You guys have no idea how much of a compliment that is.
And like, just the whole interaction, it was just an odd kind of thing. I'm not a theater major. I don't appreciate theater as much as I would like to, but just their performance, their energy, their execution was fantastic. Kind of thing. So that was my favorite.
Yeah.
Thing. What about you?
Oh, Hidden Thief. That's why I had to flip it around, because of the questions. Surprise, Hidden Fave. Yeah, it was Force of Nature Productions.
There you go.
I was like so bummed that Eric got to experience all these other performances. I didn't, because I only got to experience the 3 kids in the finale. And I was like, fudge.
Speaking of 3 kids, I'm sorry. I was supposed to hold my breath for a very long time, and I slightly cheated.
Cheater, pumpkin eater.
I think they did too.
Oh, but they were so convincing. Like, they were pretending to pass out. Like, I was like, wait, are they really?
Yeah. Okay, next question.
I should know better. It's LA. But, okay. Next question. So, the first question, I don't know if I said, came from Penny Snark. Thank you, Penny. I'm so glad people ask questions. It was exciting. And then Harvest Home Witch said, what's on your favorite shot glasses? I don't know if she meant on or in.
On our
so right now it's the Witch's Poison.
Witch's Poison.
Potion.
Potion.
Witch's Potion. I keep calling it something different every
Witch's
time.
Potion. We haven't been drinking in a while, so this is like kind of our first time coming back.
I have a couple things like queued up though. I'm very excited.
Yeah, so we have some good things coming up. So keep an eye out for that. Harvest Witch. Keep an eye out. I mean, a new favorite later.
Harvest Witch Home. I love you. Thank you for asking a question.
Oh,
so segueing out of Beyond, questions from Beyond.
So as much as we enjoy the convention, to go to do things,
there's actually a lot to experience outside of the convention.
There's also things to do outside of it. I think one of the important things is eating. Okay.
Can we say that enough? Eat. Drink.
Make sure you nourish yourself.
Not just liquor, but just hydrate.
And we did it our second year, I think, or first year. First year.
I don't know where you're going with this,
one.
So keep going.
So I think our first year we went there. We discovered they had an Irish bar across the street.
Yeah.
And we went there for drinks. Year. And we're like, oh, they have food too.
We got there early enough. We got to do breakfast.
And we done breakfast there. Fantastic. So the
Ald Dubliner.
There, right across the street from the Queen's Center.
Authentic Irish food. Fantastic. Oh my God. Ooh. I can't.
Our kids ordered mac and cheese, and it was like Irish mac and cheese.
Those ingrates.
And they're like, ew, this is gross. And I'm like, I don't care.
I don't like it. We're like, what is wrong with you? You're not our children. We're literally ready to disown them and leave them there.
They're like, it's not Kraft.
It was so good. And we're like, yeah, we don't want to pay for Kraft mac and cheese. If we can make it at home, we're not going to pay for it.
All Dublin there. Fantastic Irish food. I had the Irish stew. She had
the shepherd's pie.
And I dream of that food sometimes.
You don't understand when you lose your local Irish bar how important it is when you find a good other Irish food bar.
So we
Not
tried
just food, like bar part, but the food.
The food.
The
Oh.
Irish food is so good. Their boxed tea, I still think about it when we first went. That was their breakfast option. It's essentially Irish potato pancakes.
And fantastic. So that was great
All
experience.
Dubliner.
That
Please
was
go
one
there.
meal. Following that, we're in the area.
Obviously.
We went to the Cauldron
Yeah.
because
I'm
why
so
not?
sorry. I apologize to my friends because this guy told them I was going to go to the after party. And I was like, but I really want to go to the Cauldron.
I told him that maybe you should go to the after party. That's what I said.
Well, that's not what you told me.
But anyway, we went to the Cauldron, and if you're in the LA area, right across Knott's Berry Farm, check out the Cauldron. Fantastic food,
So good.
fantastic drinks, fantastic service.
Also, if you had a cocktail with them before that you know you loved, if
Or-
you can tell them the name of the cocktail, they'll make it for you.
Or if you miss a cocktail because they do seasonal cocktails, you can go back and be like, hey, I heard you guys had this cocktail.
They keep
Can I try it? And they're like, yes.
a very good record. Like, the Cauldron is my dream with Sips and Spirits, with where I want to take it. So,
Now,
but the Cauldron,
Hello?
I think, does it better than I can do.
a little asterisk for those who enjoy having larger meals. The Cauldron is a lot. It feels like it's a lot more. It's not like appetizers that serve you, but it feels like it's appetizer size.
It's very single serving. It's like what you're ordering is what you're getting.
Yeah. But it's delicious.
Well, so it's. I love it a lot. So it is French-based cuisine. And I think it's a weird American concept to grasp. Because essentially what you're ordering is what you're getting.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds weird, but it's just like, it's not like American cuisine where it's like, oh, I'm going to order the steak and I get a side of this
And
or
this
that.
and this and that.
No.
And a salad.
So
And a soup.
French cuisine is literally, I want the duck, I get the duck. That's it. Like,
Every other country, you get one thing, and that's what you get. Like, so
but honestly, all the food we ordered, we shared. We got plenty of food. We
That's
got
fantastic.
plenty of drinks. We did what, 3
I
rounds?
think we did like 2 or 3 rounds.
2 or 3 rounds. And it's very affordable too.
Yeah.
So
Fantastic.
favorite places. All Dubliner, the Cauldron,
And now a new favorite place, and also a new favorite hotel. We
new
used to always go
experience.
to the regular Marriott, to go because it's right across the street from
We thought it's just a smidge closer
the thing. And so
than
the Westin.
staying at the Hyatt.
Oh yes,
Right? Because the Hyatt is literally right next door. So you go over the bridge, and then there's Midsummer Scream if you're staying at the Hyatt.
you don't have to go over the bridge. It's just literally come out the Hyatt is right there.
You have to go over the bridge. Okay. So that's an option. Or you cross the street with the Marriott, or you go like across and then over a bridge.
So Marriott's
For
right
the
across,
Westin.
like we're literally like 1 block away to go to where we used to live. We decided to go to Westin, which is right next to the Marriott, and like I
It's
said,
like a block down.
and thing and whatnot. There,
If you look at the map, it feels like it's a lot farther.
but
If
it's
you're
not.
walking it, this is a person who doesn't like exercise who's saying this, okay? It's not that bad, really.
No.
We had 2 kids, and they made that trek all weekend, and they were still ready to shop. So,
But the restaurant inside of Westin, the Native Proof Food and Spirits, their food.
so good.
We had it on Sunday night.
Mm-hmm.
Delicioso.
Delicious.
Delicioso.
Oh, so good.
So yeah. Check it out. Even if you're not a hotel guest, you can still check it out. They have great drinks as well. God dang.
It's a cute lobby. Do it.
So, before we get to the last thing, in a Sips and Spirit fashion,
Yeah.
I have Would You Rather.
You came up with a would you rather?
I
Oh, sneaky
did.
beaky.
I did come up with Would You Rather. And this could be a convention Would You Rather.
So are you going to ask this next year? In 2026?
I don't know. I can ask it. But I don't think people.
You had some fun like plans.
I, we had some fun plans, but like I said, life got in the way.
Dude, life.
So, would you rather? Okay.
I thought we would be able to bring this with us, but
No, no. Would you rather walk around the convention and feel like there's a presence, a ghost, constantly watching you,
ooh,
kind of thing, but you can't tell what they are?
that's a good question.
Or would you rather be walking around the convention and not in crowded areas, but in areas when there's a lot less people? You feel like an actual touch, and then you turn around and there's no one there.
Ooh, that second one. The second one.
You've
Second one for
you
sure.
rather, you rather be touched than be watched by a spirit?
Yes. Because guess what? I don't know if now I'm suddenly like regretting. Do I want to admit this? I don't think I can claim I'm part of the Me Too movement.
No. So I'm saying not when it's crowded. When it's like you're walking around, it's like, let's say there's no one around you for like 10 feet.
Honey, that's how it works. Yeah.
And then you feel someone touch you, but
yes.
there's no one there.
Yes. Yes. The second one. You're like, I'm seeing a different side to my wife.
So, no. So there's no one around.
Exactly.
And you feel...
I'd rather experience a supernatural experience when there's no one around versus like, oh, did some creep like sneak up behind me in a crowded space?
There's both experiences are supernatural.
Okay, what's the first experience?
That you feel like someone's watching you, like a ghost is watching you, but you can never like. It's supposed like, who's watching?
No, physical interaction. That is more
That's what you want to experience.
Heart palpitating. Yeah.
So you want to be scared.
I'd rather be scared.
But you will not go to Hall of Shadows.
Be like, I always feel
but
like
you will not go to Hall of Shadows.
Somebody's watching me. Yeah, because yes, you can.
Can you guys make sense of this? Because
you can laugh at the
like,
irony,
she wants
but
to
be
scared.
quiet. Shh. No, I didn't say I want to be scared.
Yes, you did.
No, I said if I had to pick between an interaction where someone's just watching me.
I didn't say someone. I said a ghost.
An entity is just watching me spookily, or an entity's interacting with me. I'd rather have the entity interacting with me because then I feel like I have more sounding ground.
Okay.
Woman's perspective, I guess. I don't know. Ladies, chime in. I don't know. I've never had an uncomfortable experience with physical people because apparently I ward off people enough. And you're the only one who gets to experience spooky experiences in Winchester.
Yes, I do.
And I feel like I should be living there.
I don't think you can.
So, yes, I'd rather have a physical interaction than just feel like someone might be watching me.
Anyway, with that
what would you pick?
I mean...
Would you rather be watched or touched?
I mean, I love being touched. I know
you want to be touched.
Touch me. I want to feel
the dirty.
Anyway, that's that kind of thing.
Thrill me. Thrill me.
I don't know the song.
Thrill me. Me. Oh my god. Now I can't remember what.
Anyway, I'd rather be touched.
Creature of the night.
I think you're going to have more of a, I don't know yet, reaction to this.
Really?
Yeah.
You weren't expecting me to be like, I know exactly what I want?
She wants to be touched, guys. Just FYI. So, with that being said.
Midsummer Scream.
If all plays out the right way, and we're hoping it does, 2026,
we will be returning.
Return to Midsummer Scream.
August 7th through the 9th of 2026.
Midsummer Scream, if you're watching.
Now, whether or not we return, Midsummer Scream will still be returning on those dates.
Yes. Midsummer Scream, you need cocktail ideas? Hi, we can help you with that. We will be reaching out to you as well. Force of Nature, we'll see you again next year. Mr. He.
Next year, sometime within this year.
Hopefully. But for sure next year, Midsummer Scream. Mr. He, if you're there, we will see you again. Drag show, if we're there, we're hoping to attend again. So, Midsummer Scream 2026, we're hoping to be a fantastic year for you guys and a fantastic year for us.
Yes.
So with that, because we have like 2 minutes left.
Holy tamale.
Before our SD card gets full, let's wrap up our last call. Thanks for sipping along with us. We want to keep those spirits flowing, so please be sure to show your support by reviewing and subscribing to our podcast if you enjoy this show. If you enjoy us ranting about random things or conventions or
over 2 hours. I don't think any of our Midsummer Scream episodes have been this long.
I think, and one of be sure to share us with others and enjoy our show. Come on, come say hi. You know, we're here, we are back, and we're hoping to continue going as we're going.
We need to get to 1,000 subscribers. So you can find us on all podcast hosts or YouTube. We have a website called Sips and Spirits. sipsandspirits.com. But we're also on Instagram and Talktail.
TikTok.
I'm apparently making my own app now.
No, she's just old.
Talktail. I like that though.
Anyway.
You drink a drink and then you share a cocktail with it. I think that's a good concept.
Okay.
Anyways.
So yeah,
Sips and Spirits, same handle everywhere.
Everywhere you find us.
And if you don't like social media, which I don't blame you for, you want something more direct and into your email inbox, we do have a email newsletter that you can sign up for called sipsandspirits.com/happy hour, and we do share our happy hour once a month. I believe right now we're doing the last Thursday of the month.
They were doing the full moon.
No, we're releasing episodes on the new moon.
I thought we were doing full moon for the newsletters.
Oh, is that the case? Then I'm behind.
I thought we're always behind, guys. We're catching up. We just keep chasing
We're
life.
still deciding what our posting.
Or the fourth Thursday. Thanksgiving.
We have an email newsletter once a month. So check it out.
Mm-hmm.
sipsandspirits.com/happy hour.
Mm-hmm. And with that, as we wrap out the last 30 seconds, let's close our taps. And
Cheers.
Cheers.